Hello everyone, welcome back to Switch to Tech, your destination for tech. It's been a long time, but since we started again, I just want to thank you everyone for supporting me this long time. And today we are going to see about what is the good monitor to buy in 2026. I will cover for each and every kind of viewer and each and every kind of customer who wants to buy a monitor for their purpose. So I will categorize them into different kinds. For example, gamers who want to do code, or a creator like me for YouTube video editing and other kind of stuff, or a casual user. So one thing we have to consider before buying a monitor, there are different kinds of monitors which are available in the market, and I have been wondered and I have tired of searching lots of monitors, particularly for my MacBook. And my issue was I want to have a best kind of monitor to do the video editing. Along with, I am a software kind of person, so I need to do a lot of coding too. So I want to have a monitor which can do both. It can do coding along with edit the videos, or I can stream. My purpose is I just need a monitor which basically do everything. So that's my use case. But since this video will be watched by different kinds of viewers, I would like to categorize them between for casual users, for gamers, for content creators, and for other kinds of people like playing with this kind of stuff, or for office work, doing a lot of office kind of work, who are working remotely. So this is the kind of video which will helps everyone, because I faced a lot of issues while I'm trying to purchase one for me. So I hope you like this video, and please don't forget to share and subscribe my channel Fish to Tech for more videos like these. And let's get started. The first use case is for office users. So they kind of need a laptop monitor which helps to use for their office use case. They have to stay looking at the screen for 8 hours, something like that, 8 to 10 hours. And they have to work a lot, and their eyes don't need to be strained. And use case is like that. Even if they look for longer periods of time, they should have to look at the monitor and they don't have to strain their eyes. So that's the first use case I was talking about. For office use case, the things first consider is it should be around 27 to 32 inches, so that you should have the long viewing area, so that you can do multitasking inside the monitor. The main purpose of this 27 to 32 inches of the monitors for office use case is to do multitasking, because laptops which are given by the company or any other laptops screen size will be 16 inches, so we can't go more than that. So for working, if you want to work for a long time, you just need a monitor to do that. So for office use case, I would recommend at least quad HD, because if you go to full HD, it will be like a less pixelated, and the pixel per inches will be very less, and it doesn't make sense if you want to do a long period of time. And don't go with these basic kind of monitors, because they don't come with tiglet display, and they don't help you to bear for almost 8 hours. So go with at least quad HD. And the second thing will be reflective coating, anti-reflective coating, even if you work in high reflective areas like lighting conditions. And the other condition must be at least go with 16:9, or if you find 21:9 aspect ratio, you can go for it. My personal preference was I chose 34-inch LG UltraGear Gen 5 monitor for my office work, because it has this a curved screen with 34 inches and it's 21:9 aspect ratio. So it have this wide angle, so that I can use the multiple windows in one place. I can simply put 3 different kinds of windows inside that monitor and use whatever I want. And it has the quad HD resolution, and it's 144 hertz. It will be useful for gamers too. And it has this USB-C to C connection for the Mac or your Windows laptop, which supports 65 to 90 watts charging, and it supports 90 watts charging too if you use a nice USB-C to C cable. So that's the other important point to consider. You must need a direct plug-in, so that you don't need a docking station again to plug into this monitor. So that's one more thing I should consider. So these all the things you should consider for office use case. So the first thing is at least quad HD resolution, and second thing is at least 16:9 and aspect ratio, and use anti-reflective coating for your monitors. And one more thing, you should have the proper ports inside in the back of the monitor so that you can plug HDMI ports. Usually it comes with HDMI ports, but you won't see these USB-C ports or Thunderbolt connections and Ethernet cable connection for budget laptop monitors. So for those case, just go with the middle variants, like around $200 to $250, so that you can get all of these kind of features you'll get for it. And I have seen one Dell monitor which is Q2725 QC. I'll put this monitor in the description page so you can check it out, and you can check it out at our Switch to Tech online page too. And so this monitor have this 4K resolution. It is 3840 into 2160 resolution with almost 260 pixel per inch, and along with that it has 120 hertz refresh rate with AMD FreeSync. It helps you to play high resolution games while you are having this AMD powered Windows laptop. So you have to consider in your mind. And it has all these kinds of docking ports, USB-C to C, but it supports 65 watts charging while you're connecting to your laptop. And it's not a bad deal. It's a pretty much good deal. It has all these features, and it has anti-glare coating too. So it costs around 250 to 275 if you buy in offers like Amazon sales or Dell sales during these President Days or other occasions. You'll get it for 220 to 250, but it's a good deal for that price range. That's my overall pick for that price range laptops monitors. Go and consider that blindly. And if you want this wide angle 21:9 aspect ratio fancy monitor, you can use it for both gaming and office purpose. You can go with this LG UltraGear 5, and it's almost 379. It costs more, but for $250 you'll get almost every features. Like this Dell monitor, this costs almost $500. I'll come to this later, but this has the same features almost with some trade-offs when compared to QC. This is QE 2725 QE, so this costs $500. So this 2725 QC is 90% carbon copy of this, so you could blindly consider that. And along with that, so this is my first use case, and I just tell you this best laptop monitor, so you don't need to go over and check in again. I won't tell top 5 or anything. I will only tell you guys only the best one. So the Dell Q2725 QC is the best with around that price range for 4K. You can go a little bit less, below $200, but I don't think if you're an office person, at least you guys will spend $200. So let me know if you want less than that budget, so I can add that in the description, or I will make another video for that too. And the second use case is for gamers. So for gamers, you should consider the curved screen for immersive experience, at least 120 to 144 hertz of refresh rate. That's the second case, and at least quad HD resolution, because for gaming you need high resolution monitors to game it immersively. And the fourth one is you must need at least IPS panel, and you have to consider color accuracy, because the gaming colors make sense, because while you're gaming, if you see odd colors, you don't feel that immersive experience. The main theme is immersive experience, high refresh rate, and color grading, and IPS panel at least to give large viewing angles. Every laptop monitor or every gaming monitor should have this wide viewing angle. That's the main use case for every kind of use. Just keep in mind, for budget monitors, my pick is a Samsung Odyssey G4, or G5 too is a good one. It has this 180 Hz refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium for gaming if you use AMD laptops. And it has almost all these kind of features that I said, like wide view angles. It has quad HD resolution, at least 2K display. That's the basics. And G5 have this two slightly greater than 2K, so it must be nice to consider that. There is another recommendation from LG UltraGear. It's around $140 to $150. That's the budget variant, and these Odyssey cost around $220 ish, and G5 costs a little bit more. But I have seen in Samsung sale during New Year's, I got it. I have seen that for 180 ish, along with you can buy it with student discounts and Samsung credit programs and some other discounts offering by third-party vendors like Capital One shopping app or Rakuten shopping apps. And I will make a video about it to get you an idea about that kind of stuff too. That's the budget pick for me. And one more thing you need to consider for gaming is response time. At least 0.05 to 0.10 milliseconds response time. Latency will be best for gaming because there are a lot of games like battle royale kind of games like PUBG or Fortnite, something like those kind of games need low latency performance, because even if you have the slight change in latency, it will eliminated from that game. So you must consider that too. My consideration for mid-range laptops will be mid-range laptop monitor. So in that mid-range monitors, I would say AOC QD 240 hertz gaming monitor. So it has 240 hertz refresh rate and it has almost 0.03 milliseconds latency. That's very minimal. That's almost nothing. So that's my best pick. It's around 289 to $330, and it has all this fancy stuff, but it's not curved. If you want curved, you must go with LG UltraGear, as I told you. It has also 4K and everything. So it also has 240 hertz refresh rate, and it does all these kinds of stuff. And my second pick is Alienware by Dell, 27-inch 240 hertz monitor. That's the sweetest spot. It's like $180 and $230, and you can consider that too if you want to go with Dell brand for gamers. If you want high range best laptop, you have to go to Asus ROG and Samsung Odyssey 49-inch. That's one of the best gaming monitor. It has everything. And Asus ROG Asus ROG Streaks monitor, it is almost $700, but trust me, it's worth it. It's having 240 Hz refresh rate, 4K panel, and OLED panel. That's the most important thing. That's the beautiful monitor. You can see it has OLED panel. I like that very much. And it has 178-degree viewing angle and everything. You name it. So you will go to Samsung Odyssey G9, which has 5K resolution, and it costs almost $1,000, but that's the premium gaming monitor. If you want to go to high resolution and 49-inch huge massive display, which has all these fancy kind of stuff. It has dual quad HD resolution, which is 5K 5120 into 1440p dual quad HD display, and it supports 240 Hz gaming. It's AMD FreeSync, and it doesn't have latency at all. And it have this QLED variant and Neo QLED variant and OLED variants. So it depends on your price range, and it costs around $700 to $900 to $2,000. So it's your pick to select it from that price range. And so for summarizing this gaming laptop, for budget range below $200, you go to G4 Odyssey or LG UltraGear 27. For $200 to $400, you may go to Alienware by Dell, AOC monitor, or LG UltraGear. Those three are best. For $400 to $600, Asus stuff, and above $600, Asus ROG Streaks or Samsung Odyssey G9. You can go with those two different kinds of monitors. My personal pick, if you go to spend around $600 to $700, spend $2 more $100 and buy G9 Odyssey. That will be the best one. And my silver consideration will be Asus ROG Streak, and below that you might go to LG UltraGear or Asus stuff, and below that Alienware and all kind of stuff. And you might consider G4 and G5 too if you go to 200s. So that is for gamers, guys. And the third consideration is for programming. You need, this is my use case because I use my monitor for programming and as well as to creation. So in this use case, I can easily tell you my needs are, I need high resolution monitor because I have to do video editing, and I need to work long periods of time so that my eyes won't strain. I need high refresh rate because I'm using Mac. It comes with ProMotion refresh rate, which is 120 Hz. This display itself is almost 3K resolution. Apple MacBooks, but I don't have a budget around $1,500 to buy Apple display to put it here. I have around $400 to $500, and I want the best one to put it here. I want to use it for different use cases, and I want to do programming too. These all my factors that I have to put in my mind while I'm trying to buy a monitor. So in that case, for these factors, I need these kind of solutions for a monitor. 4K display, at least 90 Hz refresh rate, and easy connectivity to my Mac using USB-C, not HDMI, because every time you don't need to connect with HDMI port, along with USB-C port for or your magnetic cable to charge your Mac. So that will be like 100 wires to your Mac, or you need a Docker. So I don't need a Docker too, and I want to work as easily as possible. I just need to plug in it, how to do charging, and it how to connect to this monitor. So these all the different kinds of use case, and it should be compact. And I don't want the huge 40-inch monitor. I have a TV for that too if I want to watch the content. So I have to work longer periods of time, so that I need anti-reflective coating along with eye protection too, because if you work long periods of time, it will affect your eyesight. So these all the solutions I'm looking for. So while I'm searching over, I have a different kinds of budget around $400 to $100. In that budget, I found Dell Q2725 QE monitor as best for my use case, because first thing is I got it around $420, which is the cheapest in this segment, because its original price is around $600. Even when I checked with Dell, it cost around $550 till today, and it's 2025 and it's the latest one. It has all the ports. It has Ethernet port, it has two HDMI ports, and it has USB-C 3.2 docking port. Along with that, it has USB-A to C connection. And one more thing, it has extra two ports to charge your phones or to connect it with any other devices too. And you can simply press this to make it invisible. So, and it has 4K display, 300 pixel per inch, along with anti-glare display and 100 hertz refresh rate. And it has display P3, which supports MacBook kind of colors. It's calibrated for Mac too, so it almost simulates Mac kind of display. If you have a Mac with reflective coating, nano crystal reflective coating, you can see these two will be looking same, almost 90%. So it has 90 to 95% of color match with Mac colors. Generally, things to consider if you want to do this programming or content creation. You must need 27 inches at least 4K panel, and you must need IPS display to match the colors, and you must have at least display P3 color gamut, and look for white color gamut like 100 as RGBs for good viewing and color matching with your top, and USB-C to charge your monitor, to charge your laptop, or to connect it with your dock it to your monitor, or to do transfers. So that will be important four things you must need to consider while you are buying a monitor for use case. So in this scenario, I've also seen these kind of stuff. So in budget, you can go with Dell UltraSharp monitor. It costs around $380. There are different kinds of categories I've checked for. I haven't have chance to go below $250 to $300, because for below that price range you won't get a 4K resolution. So there is Dell S2725 QC, which is around $300, and that's the best pick for budget range. And one more laptop, if you go above $300, Dell UltraSharp U2725 QE. So this is U2725 QE, not so U range UltraSharp. It costs around $360. If you go $10 above that range, you will find LG Ultrafine 27U850 KW monitor that does all jobs, Dell monitors. And after that, if you go slightly more above that, there it comes this Dell S2725 QE, which is one of the best for the price range. My personal pick, because it has all these requirements that I'm looking for: 100 hertz refresh rate, along with AMD Sync for if you use normal laptops, and it supports for Mac. It's calibrated for Mac, and it has all the display settings for Mac, and it almost simulates 95% of display P3 RGB wide gamut color as per the Mac, along with it has 4K 100 hertz resolution, and it has all these ports along with docking station. You don't need to buy a docking station apart from this. And if you have this part, you will find two ports extra, along with all these kinds of ports like USB-C, Ethernet, USB-A to C, and 3.1 Thunderbolt connection, along with two HDMI ports and power source. Along with these two ports extra, and they provided two HDMI connection and USB-A to C connection, and two USB-C to C connection cables inside the box as well. So you don't need to buy USB-C to C cables extra. Some companies skip those to save some cost, but Dell doesn't do that. But I like this very much. And if you go above $500, you may find Benq M270 which is 27-inch similar kind of laptop with 120Hz refresh rate. It is particularly calibrated for Mac colors. They market it as Benq monitor for Mac. If you search in Google also, you'll find this Benq monitor for Mac. You'll find this in the first place. So it costs around $550. It is available in Amazon and Benq as well. The main thing, I haven't considered that because of almost $150 price difference. You almost get the same details like this in that, apart from 100Hz refresh rate in Dell when compared to 120Hz in BenQ, and everything almost same, but it has some slight software tweaks. You can adjust your monitor settings with your cursor in your Mac. So that's one kind of thing. You can hover over it and adjust your brightness or everything, which looks similar to Mac OS. That's the one thing that is missed in this Dell. In this case, you have to use a physical hovering button in the back to adjust your brightness, or you can switch with resolution and everything. You have to do that over here with a physical button instead of integrated controls over there. Apart from that, everything is same. And I forgot to mention that BenQ has the similar kind of 32-inch monitor, special designed for Mac if you want a bigger screen. So that might be one consideration. And even this QE also have 32-inch variant, but I personally don't like it and it doesn't fit in my desk. So that's the one more reason. You have to consider this too. Along with that, if you want best monitor, just go to Apple Pro Display. It costs around $1,500. There is an Apple Ultra display which is a 5K resolution. I guess it's around 4,000 something, I guess. Let me know what you think about those Apple displays. Will you able to, you want to invest $1,500 for that? My pick is you can buy iMac for that price range, which is $1,500. You will get everything like, you know, a new Mac along with the normal Mac. So my pick is that. So this is about the monitors suggestions from my side. Before I conclude this, I would like to say something to you as my viewers. So before considering any electronic product, just check different kinds of websites and just check your price difference between each website. If you find the cheapest website, cheapest price in one website, don't go blindly with that. Just check that if that website is reliable. If it's reliable, then go with it. If it's not, think about it and just stop and check about the reliability, because some scammers do the fake websites and try to make you buy those products. So that's why I just want to warn you about this stuff. Along with that, if you're trying to purchase a electronic item or any other kind of stuff for you guys using laptop or phone, try to go with these extensions with Capital One Shopping or Rakuten Shopping extensions in your laptop. It will help you to save a lot of money. You'll get a lot of cash back if you go through their website and trying to buy those kind of stuff. It saved me a lot while I'm purchasing for myself and my creations. Along with that, you have these phone apps too. You can go inside that phone apps and trying to this Rakuten and Capital One Shopping. This is not a promotional video. For your information, it's not a promotional video, but if you want to support me, I will provide the links for those apps. Just click those links before trying to buy any product from that app. It will help me to buy some more products and display to you guys. And if you reach to this part of this video, I hope you guys like my video, and thank you so much for watching to this part, and thank you for your retention time. Your retention helps me to motivate to do more videos like these. And what do you think about this video? If you have any suggestions for different kinds of monitors you want to suggest my subscribers, just let me know in the comment section and let our guys know about these monitors if you have any preferences. And let me know what do you think about my picks. If you want me to modify anything, or if you have any suggestions, or if you have any picks, let me know. I will do another video with those picks. And thank you for making 350 subscribers, and I hope you guys make 1000 subscribers soon so that I can give you a giveaway. I hope you guys liked my video. Just show your love by subscribing my channel, and I will see you in my next video. I'm signing off. Thank you.